Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wait a second. Do we have Manuel Romero back? Has he actually showed up to a live stream? Mr. Manuel Romero. Can't believe he's actually here. Long time no see, buddy. Have you been practicing your bass so much that you haven't been able to be here, or have you just been like hanging out with the chicks? We know who you are, Mr. Casanova, Don Juan. What's up, everybody? It looks like we got the regulars in the chat. We're already up to 10. It is a Monday night. Luckily for me here in Ohio, the record heat has subsided for a couple of days, although we are inching towards the 90s again sometime this week. But we are supposed to get some rain on Tuesday/Wednesday, which we need, and I can't believe I'm actually hoping for. It's mostly because my grass looks like shit, and I want it to keep getting better. Got a little rain on Saturday. But before we get into this awesome Adrian set, who is the, maitre d', would that be the right word? He is the set provider for tonight, and, I'm just going to say it again. Tonight, are we going to have some traditional Adrian, great, amazing songs that could possibly make it on Casey Kasem's Top 40 of 2024 version coming up in about 6 months here? Or are we going to get some weird shit that Adrian seems to like lately? Actually, he probably liked the whole time. He just knew how to press the right buttons, and he doesn't give a shit as much anymore. Anyway, before we actually do that, I did want to say, even though we are not in football season yet, a little bit of news, which everyone should know already, that Ohio State right now has the #1 recruiting class. And Shittigan has a shitty recruiting class, although they did get a couple recruits today, so they're moving up from like 35 to, 20 or something like that. But they still have a shitty class, especially coming off a national championship, which is a good segue into what I wanted to ask you guys. I'm actually going to take a poll for everybody, and for those of you who don't give a shit about football, then just ignore the poll. But for those of you who do care about football, and actually college football, and do watch it, some news has trickled out from the Shittigan Elite, which has been shown that you can't believe anything they say about their recruiting, about any news that they say they've heard is coming down the pike, because everything they say is full of crap. But nonetheless, something came out the last couple of days that said they have an insider knowledge that they heard that the NCAA's allegations are coming soon, within the next couple of weeks, about the Connor Stallions cheating scandal that everybody knows happened with Shittigan all season, or the last 3 seasons, 2.5 we should say. And that in the Shittigan kind of headquarters, that they are saying that nothing is going to happen, that when these allegations come, everyone in Michigan the shit house is gonna laugh at everybody else for thinking this was such a big deal, because the NCAA is basically gonna give them a slap on the wrist, if anything at all, and it's just gonna all go away with the wash of the hands. So now the question is, do you guys actually think that is the truth, or do you think something is going to happen and they're actually gonna get punished to a somewhat of a good degree for what actually occurred there? So here's the poll. I have started the poll. You tell me yes or no. Do you think the NCAA is actually going to do something, or they're going to have some ramifications for their cheating? Because everyone knows they cheated, but Shittigan's the only one trying to actually justify it and say that it's not a big deal. I think in the end it wasn't the hugest of deals, but they definitely cheated, and they definitely have smoking guns everywhere. So I'm going to let it go for another 30 seconds, and then we will move on. And so far, we have 100% saying no, nothing is going to happen. So that's quite interesting. Wow. So we got 7 votes, 8 votes, and everybody is saying 100% no, nothing is going to happen to them. That is very interesting. Maybe I should reframe the question and say, should something happen? Because it's a very different question than, is something going to happen? Yeah, it's pretty obvious that the whole staff left, and left Sharon Moore to pick up the pieces if anything did happen. So it's kind of like they can't really punish anybody, because I think they lost 44 seniors. So the whole cheating group left, as well as all the coaches went to the NFL. So who are they going to punish? So it's kind of like, I don't know. But that's still different than should they be punished, because of course Ohio State, when we had tattoos that we sold for stuff, for memorabilia, we got some tattoos. We had to forfeit a whole season and didn't get to play in the postseason when we went 12-0, which would have been another national championship. So if we get busted for that and nothing happens to them, that is a horrible, horrible, just sad state of affairs, in my opinion. But anyway. All right, getting on to what is really the point of tonight, and that is Adrian's wonderful set. So as we get into Adrian's set, this is what he has to say. He says, "Hey, Cap, and the people in the chat, I am back with not 5, but 6 songs, a 6-song set for your listening pleasure or torture, depending on who you are. All the bands on this set have been on the channel before, besides one. So we are only going to get introduced to one new band. Everybody else has been on the channel. I've went back to my usual style in most of this." So this might be a Rock of Ages Adrian set if he's gone back to his normal sets. "Since I've kind of strayed in most of my recent sets." Exactly. "Thanks for coming, and I hope you all enjoy." Okay, so the first song is Whaler by VOLA. This is the first song I ever heard from VOLA, which led me to deep dive into their music and eventually became one of my favorite bands. This song is pretty straightforward compared to a lot of their stuff, containing some of my favorite riffs by them. Interesting enough, I think they're coming out with some new stuff. I think a new album's coming out, and I was actually hoping that some of you would pick some of these new songs for me to hear before I go listen to them myself eventually when nobody turns them in. Because I did go see these guys in concert about a year and a half ago now with my other half, and I certainly want to see them again. And as you have all heard me say, Adam Janzi, in my opinion, is the current new blood goat of drumming in the progressive realm, in my opinion. I think he's better than Baird. I think it's... Oh! I had to tell the dog to shut up. I don't know. I think somebody knocked on the door or something. So I do think Adam Janzi is the new GOAT. I think he's better than Baird. I think he's better than 2 or whatever his name is. So let's see how this song actually goes. Whaler by VOLA. This is obviously an older song, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Here we go. Okay. Turn it up, it's a little low. There we go. Like this. Kind of like the rhythm and the melody that's kind of catchy. Okay. I'm digging this. Pretty kind of straightforward. The question is, what's the chorus going to be? Because I think VOLA has amazing choruses, harmonies. There it is. right back into a sweet verse. A, B, A, B. That's the way you write a good song, and this is, I think live, this would be a really good kind of drive. Great harmonies, lower range. Every time. Para, I think 2 is good, but he's not Adam Janzi. He's not as creative. I have a feeling Pyramid is almost as bad, if not worse, than Colin. Like, and what he's so picky about. Do you like anything, Pyramid? I don't think you do. You bitch about everything. This is a great song. It is a little, man, it has a lot of 24 light years, like not as eclectic or colorful, but it's, I can definitely hear it, and you know that this is VOLA. Well, if he is Colin Incognito, he's up really, really late for English time. And he's got twins, so I doubt it. Yeah, this song's definitely going on a playlist. For me, you're 1 for 1. I wouldn't say it's one of my top 10 of their songs because they have so many good songs, but it's a playlist worthy song for sure. All right, pretty sure that's it. So as I said, not much to say about that other than that's a straight, yeah, it could have been a little more colorful, a little more additives to it. You can definitely tell. Would you say, did I see that Paris said this wasn't Adam Janzi? Because if it was, I'd be quite surprised, because the reason I think that Adam Janzi is the current new blood GOAT of prog rock is because he's so creative with his parts that he wouldn't typically ever play anything that straight. I don't think I've ever heard anything by him that's that straight. Yeah, if he writes it, he's going to have something cooler going on, especially with the... He loves that, like, stacks and kind of intricate rhythmic stuff in between the notes, which is one of the reasons I love him, is because it's very creative and it just kind of adds some... A lot of times drums are just the rhythmic part and that they just drive, which is good. That's what they're there for. But when you can have like a rhythmic part as well as adding to the music, which is why I love Portnoy as well, because it's adding musical taste to the part, not just the rhythm. It's not just the backbone. And I think Adam Janzi does that very well. He adds some musical aspect to the rhythm notes that he plays as well. All right, so that's going on a playlist. Let's get into number 2. He says number 2 is Spectral Friends by Maraton, which I think I've got 2 or 3 at least Maraton songs on playlists. So this song is super poppy and fun. The singer has a beautiful voice and the chorus is fantastic. I mean, what else can you ask for? I just discovered this band a few months ago and they've probably been my most listened band since then. Interesting. The vocalist is also the lead singer for the band Temic, which I think we've had Temic on here once or twice, but not a lot. All right, here we go with Spectral Friends. I need to turn this up too. What's up, Ivanator? Interesting, both of these songs, again, I'm not very versed in this band, but they have a Muse vibe to me. Am I wrong in saying that? Like, both of these songs so far are starting off with a very, what I would think is a Muse vibe. Sweet. More of that like electronic kind of nice. Nice little organ there. We're haunting while the others breathe and grow. We are spectral friends tonight, and it's our job to make it right beneath the beautiful harmonies. With you. Nice head voice. Kick it. Okay. Nice. And it's like really cut into the mix too. It has like the guitar sound has like a Rage Against the Machine sound. I'm not saying this sounds like Rage Against the Machine. I'm saying the guitar sound has a little bit of a rage, like very trebly, high pitched. You actually hear what? I'm digging this, but so far I like one better. I want to see where this goes, but I don't know why, but I'm liking one better. Oh, come on, Scott K. Don't rate. Or rate. Don't pussy out. There we go. You know. Yeah, this has definitely got like an indie feel to me. Maybe it's his voice and the mix of the parts, but I could see that, Adrian. But I'm going to say on a first listen, I'm preferring the first one for some reason. I'm connecting with the song, but not as much as I am with the first song. Yet. Nice. I can totally see how this could be a grower, though. So, you got to let me change my mind. We're just talking about a first listen here. Yeah, I would definitely say both are going on playlist. That right there, just the sound of the guitar is Rage Against the Machine-ish. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the song sounds Rage Against the Machine, just the guitar there. Reminds me of that Matrix, at the end of Matrix song, when he flies up into the sky, when he says, I'm not telling you how it's going to end. I'm just telling you how it's going to begin. Oh, look who showed up. Mr. Cumber himself. All right. Ivy, you don't have to hear it. It doesn't have any effect on whether I'm right or not. Because I'm right. It does have a guitar tone in certain parts of Rage Against the Machine. Anyway. So I'm actually going to go with 1. But again, there have been several times, I'm not saying a lot, definitely the minority of times, but there have been several times where on a first listen, not only did I not really love the song, and then later as I listened to it more, it surpassed and was like really, really good. That even happened on my last top 40. So I would see what Adrian's saying by when I actually learned the song and listened to it more, that it could surpass the first song. But right now on a first listen, just how I feel, pure hormones and everything else that's going on a Monday night, I picked the first one. So here we go. All right, let's get on to number 3 since we have 3 more to go after this. Oh, and we got a familiar face. Next is Put It Right by the Pineapple Thief, which is a Adrian favorite and has been on the top 40 because they have some wonderful songs. This is the opening track of their new album released earlier this year. Have I heard anything off the new album, Adrian? I don't think so. Typical Pineapple Thief song, which means it's going to be good. Staying pretty chill throughout with a cool feel, smooth vocals, and beautiful, subtle drumming by Gavin. Just a solid track all around. This is Put It Right, and you're going to put me right. So here we go.
This haven fades out. There's no one here to help to figure out. Do all roads lead to here? Another one.
Okay, so this is the first.
Wails out. There's
Like the
no
groove.
one here.
And Adrian, if I'm not mistaken, you saw these guys recently within the last couple months, right? Because I remember,
Not all roads lead to here.
I think you went and watched them in concert. Yeah, Kit sounds amazing.
Haven
Nice groove.
drowned out.
Love those.
Someone here
They're not even really ghost notes.
cannot live without all this time.
Damn.
Now time to figure out. Love in the silence is everyone. All caught in the silence, nowhere to run.
Ooh, like those
Found some time
high splashes.
to put it right.
These are like 3 inches. Almost bells. That one right there.
There's still time to stop.
Anthony, really? I think they write fabulous songs. Fabulous. Love that. like this part. So far, it's probably my favorite part of the song. This part right here is gorgeous. Actually sounds like it could be like
With time, we can work this out. We can work this out.
I'm gonna say that part in the middle sounds like it could be like a contemporary Christian song.
We can work this out.
They never have singers like this or drummers like this. Very rarely.
With time, we can work this out. We can work this out. In time, with time, we can work this out.
Like that high harmony.
We're locked away with the silence from everyone.
Is that it?
Alone
Oh, okay, I was thinking, is that the end?
with the silence, nowhere to run.
Oh, Michael raised this one first.
To put it right. There's still time.
Ooh, Anthony's just like going downhill as we move on to the set.
Found some time to put it right.
Actually, Jim, I would say there's some slight connections to Marillion. Even the voice, a little bit, has some slight connections to Marillion. Oh, this is going to be tough. I think overall, I like that one more than 2, but I still am liking 1 the most. So for me, it's going to be that right there. Not much else to say about this. I will say this, Adrian. I don't think that's my favorite Pineapple Thief song. Definitely not my favorite Pineapple Thief song, but it's in the same vein, so it's not like far off my favorite Pineapple Thief song because they're kind of very similar. But whatever it is, the chorus or whatever, something is just lacking compared to the other favorite Pineapple Thief songs that I have that have made it on my top 40. But I will say you're so far 3 for 3. This is a typical Adrian set of the old past, which I love. It's what made you win the first Casey Kasem's top 40. So a couple or several of these songs could be on the next top 40 for 2024 because they're the bread and butter of Adrian. So not my favorite Pineapple Thief song, but all 3 of these are definitely going on playlists so far. So let's see if you can do a 4th correct. Uh-oh, shit. Been waiting for this as well, and I've been crossing my fingers hoping one of you nutheads would do this. Finally, somebody has, and thank you for it, Adrian. I appreciate it. 4th is Leprous's new single, Atonement. I have seen 1,000 reactions to this, and I've been like, fuck, I want to hear it, because I've said this many times before. I think Aphelion is probably at least top 10 for sure, maybe top 5 albums. Actually, yes, definitely top 5 albums of the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years for me. I mean, it's just fucking one of the best albums. It's so good. So I'm very interested because you guys all know my journey with fucking Leprous. First couple of songs, I could not stand them. And I still stand by my belief about their older stuff. Not good songwriters. They were too weird. It felt like they were trying too hard to be different yet weird and whatever. It was not good music. And then I was like, had blown them off to where I was never going to listen to them again. Some more songs came on the channel, their newer stuff, watching their growth of how they from Cole to so many good. I mean, there's just so many. I can't list them all because it would take forever. And then just Aphelion not having one bad song on it. And it was so hard for me to even rate the songs of how much I loved them. It's just a great album. So I'm wondering, because again, when you have a 30-year career like Rush and Dream Theater and all these other bands, you're going to make some shitty albums. And it usually starts off where you have like your first album is amazing. Your second album is pretty good too, and then it falls off for a little bit. Then you get a resurgence of creativity. I feel like Leprous kind of started off shitty, got better and better and better, and they're at the peak right now. So I'm wondering with this new album, are we going to stay at the peak, or is it going to be Aphelion really was the peak and now we're starting to move down? Or are they going to stay in the Aphelion clouds for a little bit before they start kind of having a drop off? Because this is definitely the pinnacle, in my opinion, for them. So he says it's their first single from their upcoming album being released later this year. It's faster paced song than most of what was on Aphelion. They have a couple faster paced Aphelion songs. The guitar is pretty riffy and does some fun things during the chorus. And of course, Einar's vocals are on point. This song makes me excited to see what the new album is to bring. Okay, here we go with Atonement by Leprous. And I've got a filter on it because it's probably going to get blocked, even with the filter. Okay. Nice. Drum beat by Baird already. Cool. But we're in the red, so I got to turn this down a little bit.
Turmoil, empty faces in a whirlpool. Removing pity with
Got that
a sharp
Cole
tool.
kind of bass line.
Seems you're always the one to blame. Sour, crumble, ready to devour. Broken pieces of desire. Wanted freedom, but all
Question is how good the chorus is going to be. There it is. Dude, look how much I'm smiling because this is fucking sick. Man, these guys are at the top of the game right now. That's why they're tied for first with me. I just think Caligula's horse barely edges them out for me. Barely! Oh, this guy is so good. Nice little.
final lie, the last denial. Realize that it's all because of you.
Yes! So much energy.
The last denial. Realize that
Where's
it's all
Kelly when you need her?
because of you. Cannot deny you standing down. And again, it's all because of you.
Oh my god, it's so fucking awesome. Scott, it's not entirely true. I lean towards the pop style, but I like the mixture of pop and prog, which is why I think Leprous, they just,
People that you own nothing.
they keep the pop
The mutuality
melodies and kind of like catchy stuff, yet they're unique in their riffs and everything else. Different time signatures. It's the mix.
making sure that you have no clue of how to regain your faith. Aspire to be sold by the fire that your ego has acquired.
Oh my god, they have
the deception has cut through. And it's all because of you.
Yes.
Final line.
I wouldn't call this much different than Aphelion. It's got the energy. I think the tempo is... That's not really a fast tempo. It's very much like several songs on Aphelion as far as tempo.
And it's true, and that is all because of you. Cannot deny.
There's Mr. Einer.
I can't deny. That is all because of you.
Dude, these fucking guys are on top of their game. Ivy, how can you not love that high note?
It's all because of you.
Wow. Michael, you're smoking serious crack. Holy shit. I mean, I'm just gonna say this right now. This set has 4 for 4 for me. All 4 of these are go on playlist. But that song is way beyond the other 3 for me. Holy shit, that song was awesome. Wow. And you know what? That makes me excited that they are still going to keep the peak. Wow. Who needs Viagra when you have that shit? Even at 45, my age. Wow. And I think that Leprous, if you ever somehow watch this or a fan of Leprous watches this, just, you don't need Viagra as a dude, even at 45 like I am. I turn 46 next month. When you got shit like that. I mean, that is energy, power, the great mix of the ends that I have talked about over here when it comes to prog rock or prog. You've got like the more poppy, yes, Genesis kind of stuff. And then over here, you got the very heavy, kind of repetitive Meshuggah stuff. And then you got the bands that are in between. You've got your Hakens, you've got your Dream Theaters, your Symphony X's. I would even put, I'd even put like Sleep Token in that middle range, at least what I've heard of them so far, their newer stuff. Which, by the way, I've been watching some reactions to the Summoning. Obviously, people who are not versed in prog music are, so like I feel like the Summoning and Sleep Token are bridging that gap for people between like normal stuff that makes it on the radio that most people like and the proggy kind of different stuff. So nice job, Sleep Token, for carrying that flag. But this is like right in the middle where you mix like the poppy elements with like the just technical elements and you put them together in this little pot, but you still keep the structure of the song. That is beautiful. That is, to me, the essence of the Mountaintop. And right there was a classic case of, wow, nice job, Leprous. I can't wait to see you fuckers again when you come into Columbus. Please come to Columbus. Don't go to Cleveland or Cincinnati only. Please come to Columbus so I don't have to travel. I love you dudes, but traveling 2 hours is enough to annoy the shit out of me. But yeah, wow. Fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's move on before we make this like an hour and a half because I just can't believe how amazing that song was. Fucking Atonement. Damn. All right, fifth song is another Maraton song called A Body of Your Own. This track has some of the best vocals I've heard in a progressive song. Interesting. The singer is quickly becoming one of my favorites. This is just a really beautiful song altogether. Now, I'm wondering because right now the first Maraton song is my least favorite of this set, even though I like it. I want to see how this compares band to band, if I like this song more than that one. So here we go.
Did it take hold?
I'm already digging this.
Did it make you something else? Something new. Can you feel it? Can you tell the difference? I call you weak in the blinking eye. You're mine to tell. Let go.
That note is lit.
Just let
But I'm already liking this song more than the first Maraton song.
of the parasite you keep breathing. Keep breathing with the body of your own.
Michael, just for clarification, I like Cole. But Cole was like a transition into their newer stuff to me.
We were one.
This is beautiful. I'm already liking this more than the first Maraton for sure.
Different. We were something else and call you.
I can see why you love his voice so much, Adrian. I think it's beautiful. I dig it. I like it. But it's not Ross and it's not Jim. Or Einer and head voice. Not as good. But it's good.
Just let go.
Cucumber just read my mind. I just read your guys' comments.
Parasite you keep.
I think his voice is good. It's just when you're talking about those three, it's hard to touch.
With the
Scott, you're not saying anything
of your
wise. I said I tend to be on the more poppy side of that middle ground, but I'm in the middle. The right technical side of that heavy shit and technical shit would be for the gym, but the gym kind of only, not for like normal listening. I will say the song overall, definitely less exciting as their first song, but we'll see how long it goes because I am getting to that little, okay, let's have a breakthrough, something. Pyramid's just a shit stirrer. Like this part. Yeah, Jim perfectly said this will go on a campfire playlist. I actually have a campfire playlist. we're definitely 5 for 5. And is that it?
Feel it, just feel it. We're just bodies on our own. Nothing, there's nothing. We're
Very
just
churchy here.
bodies on our
Wow, Manuel Romero has this first. I think you're smoking some crack, Manu, but everyone needs to smoke some crack from time to time. Cucumber, you're already a freaking Disney princess. That's why we love you. Oh, and that is the end. All right, so a little long, but I still liked the movement of it. I thought it was beautiful. I think I have a hard time, but I do think I'm going to put this a little bit over the Pineapple Thief song because it did have... The arrangement of it was different enough, whereas the Pineapple Thief song was pretty like the normal Pineapple Thief kind of shtick. And this might be Maraton's shtick, but it's definitely different than the first song we heard today by the same band. Very different, which I like the times when bands show that they have different colors than just one kind of one hit, one style wonder. But it's definitely not better than 1 or 4. So that's the way I think it's going to be. So I keep hearing from a couple people that this next one I'm not going to like. So could this break the perfect set for Adrian? Usually people save the best song for last. So if this is this new band, obviously, that we're going to be listening to tonight, it could break the perfect set. But that's okay, because for me... to have 5 new songs to put on a playlist, I'm very happy about. So, fuck yeah. It's okay, Adrian, if you're not 6 for 6. You don't have to be perfect, buddy. I know you have like a perfectionism problem that I've, heard you talk about in the past. Not really, I'm just making that up. All right, so let's get to the last song. He says, this last song is called Stasis by Hippotraktor. Is that how you say it? With a K. Hippotraktor. They're a progressive post-metal band from Belgium. Okay, here we go. I get progressive, but post-metal. How is that different than black metal or metal or just what the fuck is post-metal? There's so many damn genres that honestly is just ridiculous. Post-metal? Okay, so somebody, I'm sure Scott or somebody's going to know, Para is going to know what this freaking means. Post-metal band. This song has all the elements that make a great song to me. Dark, heavy, melodic, and progressive. I love the way they go from heavy to melodic and somber. I'm guessing there's going to be some seriously weird growls or something in here that somehow Para and Scott and Adrian, of course, like. Shout out to Para for the recommendation on this band. I have had their new album on repeat for the last couple of days, and it just keeps getting better with every listen. Hope you guys enjoyed the set, and thanks for coming. So here we go with our last song. This is Hippotraktor, and the song is called Stasis. Sounds sweet tokenish. So far, it's not my least favorite. It's fucking nice. actually is like that. It sounded kind of good. Ooh, that da-da-da-da. Ooh, I like that. Jump, 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 jump. Scott, I understand the complexities of the word, or lack thereof, but metal is still around, so there's no such thing as post-metal. Metal's still there, so it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I'm digging this song so far. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, or what you're worried about. Teeny dick. I don't agree with post-rock. There's still rock. Rock isn't over. So far, I'm digging this. This might... Unless it gets fucking silly weird, which could happen. Or it's like 20 minutes long. Yeah, Ivy, that's my whole point. Sounds like metal. Yeah, I mean, I don't, again, prefer this kind of growl, but... Fuck yeah, this is going on a playlist and stuff like this. Halftime. Ivy, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It's just like, what the fuck are we making up all these different little extra subdivisions of styles? Sounds like rock to me. Sounds like fucking metal. I have no idea what you were worried about. I fucking like the song so far. Not my favorite song of the set. I love the halftime transition breaks like this. I don't mind. I think the actual growling / screaming, whatever you want to call it, fits with the heaviness of it. It's got like a slow enough tempo. It's not like... This will go on a gym playlist if it stays like this. And isn't fucking 15 minutes long. Please don't be 15 minutes long. Fuck me, man. Adrian, this might be one of your best sets ever. Or maybe it's just been so long since you turned in a set like this that I can't remember. I mean, it's just different. See, this is different. We just had... And now we have this like jazzy feel. Is that it? Please let that be it if you end on that. I like his fucking clean voice too. Sounds good. rhythm by the drum, jungle groove, building. Oh yeah! It was losing me there for a second, but he just kicked it back in. This song, I don't know what the hell you were worried about, Adrian. I get it, but this is definitely going on a gym fucking playlist. Oh, please let that be it. Please let that be it. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh my god. See, I like when my expectations are subverted in that I thought this was going to be a shitty song and be like, oh my god, I fucking hate this shit. I think it just reminds me again, and I've said this to you guys a billion times, so here's a billion and one. If it's like lower tempo, halftime, heavy, I'm gonna fucking love it. And that's what that was. Most of that song's tempo was not fast. If it's like, that just, it's fucking boring. It's so repetitive and so boring and so not musical. When you have halftime, you have lower tempo, you allow the fucking music to breathe and open up, which is what that had. It had some emotion to it. Had some fucking like feeling and groove in its own sort of way. Of course I like that shit. So fuck you guys. I'm putting that third. So yeah, 4 by far and away is the best song of the night. Fucking Leprous killed it. Of course, VOLA is always something I'm going to like. That's my second favorite. And then this song lands in third. I will say all of these will go on a playlist. But definitely some of these are already in the running for Casey Kasem's top 40 for the 2024 season or year. So yeah, 6 for 6 for me. Obviously some I liked a little bit better than others, but that's a 6 for 6. So 6 of these are going on playlists. Just a matter of what playlist they go on. And yeah, that last song was fucking fantastic, and I can't wait to push a couple more sets and a couple more reps in a set at the gym when I fucking hear that. Like, it just fit. And no, I have not come around too much. It's not like I like that stuff, but I definitely am not as uncomfortable with it. But I also feel like within that, it's not like a either or, it's an and, which means that kind of growling, I think, fit with what was going on versus just the, sorry, between the buried me. That just doesn't do shit. So that actually fit. It was musical. It was slower. It was intelligible. It was good. It kind of created some music like drums did with Adam Janzi within the growls. They're just not growls or screaming for the sake of growls and screaming because they've got angst in it. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Nice job, Adrian. It's a nice, wonderful Monday night to go 6 for 6. So just for the record, everyone, before we leave, I've never used Viagra. I actually have one pill, and I've thought about using half of it just because I want to see what it does. I do want to see if it, like, you know, because they talk about if you have a boner for more than 4 hours, you need to call the emergency room. I'm, like, scared to do that, but I just want to try it to see what it actually does. Like, does it just, like, make the blood flow to your wiener and make it hard for a while, or do you feel it other places? I'd just be interested to try it. but I have never tried it. So that is a clarification for all you people who want to run with the story. All right, anyway, we will see you on Saturday. And on Saturday is a old or new set number 12. So make sure you're there because you have a chance to win a set or a song for the next winner's set. And that will be on Saturday. And then on the first Monday, we have Mr. James Yu set. And then we have the Saturday after that, Colin Crompton's Journey set. Michael Hoerman has a set after that, which would be 2 weeks from today. And then Colin has his winner set for winning Casey Kasem's Top 40 on Saturday, July 13th. So we have sets all the way through the 13th. Keep sending them in if you want to get a set on the books so that we can keep this road on the show. All right, well, this is the captain saying peace out to you motherfuckers, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.